This is from Jason in East Providence. Why has it been so cold this month? What was the highest temp we've seen this year so far? Of course, we did kind of touch on this before, but again, the reason why it's been so cold this month at the start of the year, and it went before this as well, December was a below average month, and parts of November as well. It's just kind of the pattern that has set up so far this winter. And again, we're not just seeing that here in southern New England, we're seeing it nationally as well. Parts of the country that normally would not see temperatures below 60s and 70s are seeing 50s and 40s, which down in Florida, for example, is very cold for folks down there this time of year.
They're seeing, accumulating snow. Some locations have seen more snow than we have, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, we've been tracking this blizzard warning. I have a friend of mine works in Lake Charles, and they had a blizzard warning there, and it was his first time reporting in the snow down in Louisiana. So definitely some very interesting patterns we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, they're taking the snow from us down there in the Gulf Coast states. And again, one of the things is that's where the jet stream currently is located. It has been for a while now. Is just too far to the south for us to get any storms. I know we had a little bit of snow recently, but in terms of like an active pattern, a lot of them have missed us to the south. The Mid-Atlantic got some snow, of course, now down south. So the jet stream is, in a way to say, is almost too far south that it's just cold and dry here. It's almost overly
and that's
too cold.
something to take into account, because people may think, oh, well, it's cold, why aren't we seeing snow? But if it's too cold or too dry, that almost chokes the moisture that we would see potentially from a system that would come through, kind of dries it out, and then we're not seeing any of that precipitation.
Right, and if you want like a typical New England nor'easter kind of snowstorm, you want that jet stream and the track of the storm to be further north, because you want to be close enough to get in on the actual moisture from the storms. And right now we're not seeing that, and that's kind of been the case. I feel like all winter long, we just haven't really had any of those storms move through, whether it's rain or snow. It's been kind of a quiet period.
We had a couple near things where we thought we were going to get a bigger storm, and obviously we still have a while to go here this winter.
Plenty of winter left.
But how the jet stream adjusts will kind of determine the type of air that we're seeing, these shifts and whatnot, if we're going to see a bigger storm.
Yeah,
so
to be determined.
Yeah.
We'll see, right? And that question actually that you just answered, that was from Jason in East Providence. There's actually a second part of it. What was the highest temp we've seen so far this year? So I went back and looked at 2024. 2025, it's been 51 degrees in January so far, so it's been mild a couple days, but for the most part it's been cold. 2024, actually, we had a couple days where it was actually pretty hot in the summertime, as is expected. Hottest day from last year was 93 degrees. That was June 20th, and actually the coldest from last year was not too long ago.
Yeah, we had
December.
kind of a cold snap right around Christmas time, and that's kind of going along with that. This trend we're seeing this year is kind of continuing from what we were already seeing at the end of last fall and early winter.
And it just seems like it's been cold really since before the holidays.
One of the coldest winters I remember in a few years.
It's been quite some time that we've had a warm stretch of weather here. So I know a lot of people are hoping that spring and summer are not too far away, but we do still have plenty of winter to get through.
Yes.